In the land of earthquakes, fires, and floods, Los Angeles is known for its disasters. Our valiant LAFD Legacy firefighter, retired Battalion Chief Steve Ruda, spent his career on the front lines, keeping Angelenos safe and the world informed as Public Information Officer, or PIO for short. Honored and revered by his fellow firefighters, he's a man of integrity, of faith, a real hero in the City of Angels, a legend in his ranks who's received many honors, including the Medal of Valor.
The biggest national news, international news that we covered as public information officers was the civil unrest. We realized the importance of having good information because this particular incident started on a Wednesday evening after the verdict of the Rodney King. And it was such a dramatic escalation of fire tragedy in the city of LA. The loss of many, many lives, the loss of public buildings, single-family dwellings, commercial businesses. LA City firefighters were stretched beyond imagination. It was all hands on deck. And we came to the realization that the media was covering this play by play, and it was a dangerous situation.
As the terrifying drama unfolded, dozens of people killed, innumerable buildings up in flames, and the near death of one of their own, LAFD apparatus operator Scott Miller shot in all the chaos. He survived, and as he was recovering, something extraordinary happened.
I heard that the President of the United States, the senior George Bush, was coming to Los Angeles. So I said, well, if we can get the President of the United States to visit Scott Miller. I said, wouldn't that be a wonderful thing for morale? This is a picture of, I would say, my coup d'etat of being a PIO.
But the Secret Service had to be secret, getting the President into LA's Cedars-Sinai Hospital.
The Secret Service wanted to get the President in back stairwell, but the President of the United States came in with the Secret Service detail and sat by Scott Miller's bed, gave him his business card. All it said is a beautiful business card, just with his name written on it, President of the United States.
Steve faced many life-threatening situations in his career, but during one incident, his actions were so above and beyond the call of duty.
The New York Chief Koker, he says the mere fact that you pin that badge on is a Medal of Valor in itself. In my particular incident, I was working in the streets of Hollywood. We had a shooting that we won on an incident, and then that battle went into the street, and police officers were ambushed by gang members, and one of the police officers was wounded by a shotgun blast. So I led a team of my firefighters to go and rescue that police officer because he got separated from his partner. So we were able to drive the rescue ambulance almost like an armored vehicle down into the killing zone, and the police officer was able to see us, and we were able to get him out of that area and get him to safety, and he was able to survive.
You were also bestowed a huge honor in, I believe it was 2005, as being Firefighter of the Year. What did that mean to you personally?
When you go to that Firefighter of the Year, which you don't do it by yourself, you don't earn that all by yourself. You earn it together with firefighters who responded to your leadership.
So Steve, you served in the United States Marine Corps. How did that prepare you for the LAFD?
And I remember going to my father and saying, Dad, I think I'm called to serve my country in the Army, like you and Mom. He says, son, he said, some men and women need the military, you don't need the military. So about a week later, I came back and said, Dad, I'm thinking about the Marine Corps. And he goes, no, that's a great organization. And so that inspired me to continue it on, and it was a great decision because I was able to learn about leading. And the Marine Corps taught me the two most important things is to accomplish your mission and care for the welfare of your people. And you cannot be successful unless you have both of those two items.
And he's taken care of so many others. Steve takes us on a trip down memory lane, which reveals why he's our LAFD Legacy hero.
When I had the honor of being the spokesperson for Flight 93, this is me giving a discussion to the members of the family. There were 750 members of the Flight 93 family that were there.
I recollected the vision that I had seen
on September the 11th, 2001, and I wrote, "A common field one day, a field of honor forever."
Of course, everything is not life or death at LA City Fire. There are definitely some funny moments. I want you to share a story about Captain Pio, the Italian captain.
Well, most of the time as public information officer, we would wear the turnout coat, the helmet. One time we were wear our regular work uniform, which would have been black trousers, white shirt with a tie. And a reporter came up to me and she asked me, "Can she tell me where the Italian guy that does the news?" So she didn't recognize me out of my battle gear, if you will, firefighter uniform. And I said, "The Italian guy that does the news?" "Yeah," she said, "he's kind of a chubby Italian guy," because on the side of our helmets we would wear our numbers that said PIO. She goes, "I think he's Italian because he wears his name on the side of his helmet. I think his name is Captain Pio." So that name got branded to me, you know, the fat, chubby Italian captain, Captain Pio.
How has your faith guided you during your life and specifically in your career?
Well, I know that God loves fools and firefighters, and I'm both. But I give him the credit, you know, of helping me lead the men and women that I've led, to speak on behalf of our organization with a humbled heart.
So what are your thoughts about the future of the LAFD?
Well, I think when we come on the job, all of us had the attitude, we'll do anything to get this job. My encouragement to our members is that don't lose that initial spirit. You know, our names of our position changed. Firefighter, apparatus operator, engineer, inspector, captain, chief. Those change, but one thing that doesn't change is the big letters right in the middle of our badge that says LAFD. That makes us equal. Our ranks change, but the purpose of why we came on the job has not changed. I have no ambition in this world but one, and that is to be a fireman. The position may in the eyes of some appear to be a lowly one, but those who know the work which a fireman has to do believe his is a noble calling. Our proudest moment is to save lives. Under the impulse of such thoughts, the nobility of the occupation thrills us and stimulates us to deeds of daring, even of supreme sacrifice. That's awesome.